have to climb with both hands.
But you're already up, aren't you?
Am I already
don't
up?
know.
I don't know if I'm up.
Rafe, you are currently using your dragon claws that you have. Like your nails are kind of like a bit tiny dragon claws. You are helping yourself out, climbing up.
Okay.
So we're
I'm
still
up.
climbing when we didn't reach anything.
You're just about to reach the end of the visibility. It kind of becomes like a little cliff, after which the tunnel continues. Who was the first? Bob, you were the first.
Yeah.
So as you're reaching all the way to the top, you are getting over the cliff and you're looking at your party down below. It's actually from this, you finally feel the difference in elevation and how much effort it takes others. And you notice that in this tunnel that you're currently at, you're not able to stand with your full height. You actually have to bend a bit.
It's fine, it's fine. Can I throw the rope to the people
Absolutely.
behind me? It's 50 feet only, I think. I don't know if it's enough. Rope. Yeah. Well, I don't have any rope, actually.
Oh,
Well,
I think you used rope by the lake, by the river.
You
Yeah,
left it there.
we constructed something there.
Another rope bridge it was.
Oh, I don't have a rope.
You all can see how Bob starts urgently checking his possessions into something he could use, and then you see his face that he actually is unable to help any one of them. Farvald, try to do the robotics again.
maybe I can conjure like two packed hex weapon daggers, which will
Okay.
help me climbing like this. Would that help?
Sure.
Would that give me advantage?
Are they magical weapons?
Yes, of course.
Okay, if it's a magical weapon, I think you wouldn't have any problems with like using them as a ice pickers, like.
Nice.
Okay.
Cheating.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I
Is your
go.
magical rope?
Maybe I can conjure a magical whip, which is extra long. It's a weapon.
Yeah. That's a
No,
nice thing to do.
but for now I'll go with the daggers. Does it give me advantage or anything?
No, you don't need to roll with that. You are keeping climbing, using them
perfect.
as
Nice.
as extra help for your upper body. And since your hands are way stronger than your legs, that's all the effort you need to put. Soon after, you even overtake the dwarf, who actually needs to take a few breaks on a pathway. As you keep on climbing, the second person who reaches is Rafe. Then comes a draw with a rope, Farveld, and then Gake in the end.
Right.
So as you finish in the climb on the top, you notice that in the tunnel that you've just been, there is a way more collection of this cloud, of dark brown cloud. The fumes they're accumulating over there. And as they're reaching the end of the tunnel, they start to overflow and go all the way to the top, to the highest point. So currently you find yourself in a tunnel which you all need to kind of bend and walk through. It's way narrower and smaller. The dwarf is looking at the sides of the wall, and let's see if he is able to do something. Yes, advantage on those checks. So as he looks at the sides of the wall, he tells you, this looks like a man-made tunnel. As for me, hey, actually, look at this one. And he points you towards one of the walls, and you notice over there are fresh signs of somebody picking the wall here.
killing tongues?
Maybe skeletons or
Draws?
Hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, remember when we went all the way down to level hell, let's say, and there were all those pickaxes? Someone needed to use them, and they were not skeleton pickaxes.
We didn't found anyone. The only place we didn't visit was the tomb of heroes, something. That said, don't go in.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking of people who might have been pickaxing around there. Maybe the same people.
We'll find out. Just
Okay, but how does it help us? I mean, there are those fumes closing in, right? You need to do something about them. I mean,
Great,
either
you
you
feel
send down the
absolutely perfect.
fireball.
You mean those? So
There are no weird smells. Everything smells like roses for you.
like roses in a cave. Okay.
Maybe
Let's
sending
go.
down some fireball might make them explode, and then there are no toxic fumes anymore.
Some like very weak firebolt, right?
Yeah.
No
No.
explosions underground. No.
You're
Let's
scared,
just
Bob.
go and try to breathe less fumes. I mean, we can hold our breath for like 5 minutes or so. So we hold our breath for 5 minutes, then we do one intake, and then 5 minutes more.
Inhale, exhale.
Does it work like that? How
Wanna
much of
exhaust
a...
yourself? Sure.
I mean, we're not gonna die if we just breathe a little bit of fumes, right?
At
Maybe
some point we will.
poison. No, maybe there's some poison damage, like with time.
Rafe, you're like fire proficient person, right? Maybe you don't
Yeah.
need this extra protection
I
from...
know I do.
You do?
It
Because you like
does, yeah,
fire and all.
but it's not protection against
Okay.
poison and stuff like that. Yeah.
Can we make some kind of masks, like FPP masks?
Like a bubbling all over heads.
I mean, Farward can conjure a mask, literally, I guess.
No,
Breathe
I
in
can only
mask.
conjure
Breathe in...
weapons.
It's a chemical weapon
Like for radioactive situations.
You know.
You,
Well, I
what are you doing?
think
You're currently standing on this cliff, observing the area. Down there is a tunnel with the fumes collecting. You see the wall in the same town you're currently at. It's way narrower and a bit tall. See that it probably has been excavated here recently. What would you like to do?
I want to take my candle that I have, because I have candles for whatever reason. 11 of them.
That's candles of Irene from you stole from a temple.
I stole
of
them?
Irene. You stole from a
They're not
temple of
stolen.
Irene.
They give them for
Borrowed.
free for the followers.
When did that happen? Okay.
So steals from his own temple.
I think this is from Anachron's
Wow.
temple, actually.
Interesting.
So I have candle, and I can do prestidigitation, means I can light the candle. Can I light the candle and see if there's a wind or explosion going to happen?
I mean,
Is it burns like super good, or is it like on the opposite, it's getting, blown away?
or is it gonna explode on your face?
It's just a candle.
In all our faces.
Okay, so do it away.
You can stop me if you don't want. I mean,
You can try. It would be interesting to see.
I want to see if these fumes are, breathable. if they have.
You're too
more
far from
time.
them to. They're currently not in the place where
But
you
if
are.
there's an airflow, there has to be some direction, in or
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I
to
understand what you are
transfer.
trying to do. So please roll for investigation with advantage.
Investigating fumes. Okay.
Investigating
30
the
plus
candle.
something.
Wow. 30. We have 30 roll here.
32.
Excuse me, you have
No,
investigation
sorry.
plus 13?
34.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What?
I know a lot about candles that I stole.
Come on.
They're
I mean,
very blessed candles from the temple.
plus 13? How is that even possible? I
I
thought you
don't
cannot
know.
go plus 10.
And I think he's not the only one that is plus more than 10.
Candles of
Check.
Irene. Yes.
Yes.
So you all can see how Bob carefully takes out the candle from one of his pockets, and he lights it up, and he starts to observe the flames. You're focusing for a few brief seconds, trying to figure out if the fire is currently going to go any direction. You even come closer to the exit of the tunnel, to the cliff, that you have a better view, better airflow, possible airflow in here. You even, with your knowledge and experience of candles, you even stop breathing as you're observing it, trying to keep your observation as scientifically correct as
It's not
possible.
Accurate.
You look at this candle deep in. It reminds you of a shrine of a Kossuth. Long time
Kossuth?
ago.
It could be from Kossuth, actually. I don't remember.
You
Oh
look
my
at
god,
the
you wouldn't see it from there.
I don't remember.
you look at the candle, and you feel this tiny vibration of air coming from the place you just came in, direction you're in the tunnel you're currently heading to.
Okay, that means there is an exit. So it's going up. So then we should go there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not
Okay.
explosive. It doesn't seem to be affecting the light in any way. So
With your role, you would think that those fumes are probably harmless in this concentration you currently have, but if they are concentrated, it would be a different conversation.
It's fine. We're all, healthy people. No diseases, chronic diseases, anything like that. We can breathe a little bit of fumes for 10 minutes, right?
Alright, then let's keep moving, but
We have a
fast.
fire genasi. She definitely doesn't mind some fumes. We have a brave. She's also has some relationship to fire.
Makes me feel so safe.
No, no, come on.
If someone feels sick, Rafe can whip him. He'll have advantage on saving throw.
I feel
Yeah,
sick.
Yes.
Motivation.
Are you giving an example or actually a
Not yet.
statement?
I mean,
Okay.
if you see someone like falling unconscious or something like that, you can probably do that.
Okay. Yes.
Let's go.
I can imagine someone going unconscious, like having to make death saving throws, then gets whipped, which is then a crit damage automatically and dies.
But he gets advantage on the last saving throw. He gets 2 automatically out.
Okay, so as you're starting to proceed through the corridor, this time it's way narrower, so only 2 people could walk at the same time, shoulder to shoulder. So we are continuing with the same. So Bob first, behind him was the Brave, then goes the Draw, then goes a dwarf, then goes fire genasi and pirate in the end. So as you're proceeding through the corridor, you notice that this is quite familiar architecture of a place, similar that you've seen on the first several levels of the Pit of Malice that you walked in. They seem to were in use, and they are definitely man-made. They're not wide, but they had definitely seen human feet or humanoid presence in here. You find several more places where the recent excavations has been done. However, once the dwarf is trying to compare those places, he tells you that he doesn't feel any particular logic of those excavations being done here. They feel to be done at random, or somebody tries to cover the tracks. He doesn't, as he was trying to figure out what was the possible material even excavate here, he cannot even say, even with his proficiency. So he is quite puzzled about it. As you're proceeding through the corridor, who's the first? Bob, and the second one, Rafe. Please both roll for perception.
$15.
18.
15?
18.
And 18.
18. You both notice that ahead of you, in the corridor divides in two equal directions. The right one, it has like approximately 2-meter height all. It looks like a door made into some room. The left one is same a man-made human tunnel, quite narrow and not tall. The division, it divides into places. Due to your perception, you notice the striking difference between the pathing way ahead.
So the door
We
seems
wanna go-
better.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, the door.
You
Yeah.
sure?
Looks nice, like calling us.
Yeah.
Rafe, what is
But I
calling
just-
you?
Ah. Ah, but I know that Farrell is gonna say that it looks like a trap because it's too nice.
Yes.
I mean, can
But,
I see something after? It's something just like a door, but it's not a door. It's not like closed, right? It's open.
It's not closed, it's just a pathway.
Yeah. Am I able to see anything like farther, like from this entrance? Like,
Looks even more like this. I'll send you the picture in a second.
okay.
And there's a one corridor that doesn't look nice. Probably leads to skeletons, and there's a door that looks super nice. Of course, we have to go through the door.
Yeah, it could be leading already to the exit or something,
Yeah,
right?
it is the exit door.
Like from the, because at the beginning everything was just a church, temple, whatever.
So I have a different interpretation of the situation. So what the tunnel which we came through, it was the same like a human carved narrow tunnel. And then we have another tunnel of this type, and then we have this door. So my best guess would be someone was trying to excavate something here. Let's say maybe a tomb or something like that, which is definitely of a different architecture. And this is where this squared door leads to. So it will lead us into some dungeon, whatever. But I think it's gonna be a dead end, and the actual way out would be the smaller tunnel, which is how those people who tried to excavate something actually came here. That's the logic I see.
Oh, it looks like it might lead to an interesting place.
I know, but we have those deadly fumes. Otherwise, I'd be all in for dungeon exploration. But
look at this at the maps.
Okay, so
Is there even an arrow there?
Oh, I am looking at both those possible, both those tunnels, the squared one and the small one. And first of all, I'm looking for the sign that Drow looked for when we were deeper down at the lake. The sign of danger. If I see it somewhere.
Roll for perception with disadvantage.
Oh, 7.
You don't find any similar writing or anything being here carved, whether with tools or any other material in the walls around you.
By looking at the architecture of the square tunnel, can I deduct anything from that? I mean, I don't know, maybe a history roll that I could say, hey, it's this type of architecture, or maybe man-made or dwarf-made, or...
I think you don't even need to roll for that. This is a pathway. This is a type of a door pathway you have already previously seen in Pit of Malice. Once you were on several levels below, it was by the entrance to one of the rooms where Rafe has borrowed something.
okay.
Right.
So maybe it means it's actually a way out and will lead us into a temple or so. Okay. Alright, I'm convinced, let's go.
Okay.
I mean, there's probably a trap, but...
You go through into this path, you walk inside, you find yourself in quite a large room, maybe like 30 or 40 meters, but very poorly designed and having exactly the same reason. It reminds you of a barracks, which looks like this. Approximately. Giving you the picture. Where is it? Did it appear?
It's not.
Tour Beijing. Interesting. Underground barracks of Beijing.
Okay.
Did it load? No, it didn't load.
I don't think
Yeah,
I'll
let me find the
tour.
let me find the
But
subscription picture.
This is actually interesting. Tour
Okay.
Beijing.
Looks like a decent apartment.
I mean, must be some tunnels in Beijing, but probably from the war. I haven't seen those.
Yeah, now I see. So
There are dozens and dozens of beds. Very old, very corrupted, almost fallen down, with a lot of signs of usage. And as you're starting to shine light around the area, Rafe, you see that all the banks, they're not empty. They are populated.
Why?
Every single bed here has a skeleton lying on it. You find yourself in a similar room as from where you have borrowed several fingers, but back there was the one skeleton without a leg. Here, it's easily 100.
How did 100 people die in their bed? What happened? Toxic fumes, probably.
Investigate the skeletons.
I mean, they probably died from toxic fumes, because what else can kill so many people in their sleep so fast that they don't stand and wake up?
Okay, I mean,
So maybe that's just an indicator for run.
Okay, no checks. We don't want to see if we find any more notes. No.
I mean, we can try, but I feel like if you steal bones again, then they might wake up or so.
I think
Yeah,
they might
that's...
just wake up. Just don't.
We don't see any green lights, right? But who knows?
Because they're
Yes,
sleeping, they have
Rafe,
their eyes closed.
as you're all looking around, they all seem to you as old bones. You don't see a green light coming. The only sources of light are in your hands, in your possession. But it reminds you more of a crypt rather than
Well, let's do some
barracks.
prayers here so that they actually like rest in peace, whatever. And then let's go. No?
No bones?
Rafe, would you like to do a prayer?
No, no.
Yes, and yes.
No, I thought that everyone was like gonna do their personal prayer to their own gods. Yeah. After all, gods will always receive us after death, right?
Yeah, actually, why not? I'm gonna actually do my first prayer to Anacron. And pray for the wisdom lost with all of those people. Their memories, their knowledge, that it may find its way into the final library.
Final lap.
Um, interesting. See what happens.
Interesting that something happened.
What? What happened? What?
I conjured the demon.
You summoned the Anachron. Equalizer is dead.
Okay,
The deck of cards draws itself, like 20 cards, so what's going on?
no. So, you all can see how Farveld is stepping kind of out of the group and he is performing a ritual. And are you saying it out loud? Tell us how does it look.
No, actually it's not out loud, so... I mean, actually it's not a... I think...
You're speaking it,
Not...
right? No?
No. Like, I'm just, okay, I'm just maybe taking a step to the side in order to be, like, more with my deity, kind of. So I raise my head, close the eyes, and of course what I said I'm thinking, not saying it out loud. And while doing so, with my right hand, I fold the fingers in a specific pattern and put it onto my left chest part, which is typical for people praying to Ganekron.
Really?
But it's all in silence because it's not about display; it's about knowledge. And, you know.
You are conducting, I think, your first prayer almost in public to an icon. Nobody else, of course, knows that, but as you're addressing your words, and you're also being inspired by the fact that there's a competition present in the room. So you are also invigorated.
But no one knows. No one knows.
Nobody knows. Yes, this is all the internal motives. You're trying to think about the knowledge in Icron and something that has been happening in this room. Something that passed away without anyone knowing. Something that might never be rediscovered again. Something that is lost and is never found. And as you're trying to think about these jewels of knowledge which may have been entombed here forever, you look around, everybody can see. how the lights in the eyes of every single skeleton in the room lighten up for a second. They all still stay motionless. Everybody in the room, you feel as if there was this sudden 1 second inhale and then exhale by a mass of people.
Okay. That's actually good.
And as this feeling passes, you see those tiny greenish stars starting to collect around each other into one bigger one, like in a whirlpool. All of them collecting from all of the skeletons. They are not moving, they're still motionless. It's just that this whirlpool travels all around the place, collecting them all and slowly increasing in size. And as this sphere grows and collects the last star in this room, it suddenly plunges towards Farwald and hits you in the left side of the chest, exactly where you were putting your the sign for the prayer. Micron hits you inside of the chest. Farwald, you feel this blunt hit in your chest and you feel paralyzed for a second. I wish we could go to the secret channel without breaking the stream. I need to think, and I'll think about it next time we would do the secret channel. But inside of you, you feel hundreds and hundreds of screams, as if somebody was just shouting right inside of your brain. Those voices are different. They belong to people of different ages. And for a brief second, you feel even completely lost in this whirlpool of personalities and shouts in this place, that you even lose the knowledge of who are you? What is your name? What is your place in here? But then your own personality grows back up, regaining its own position, and you're able to place everything else in its lower importance. Like brick by brick, you regain back yourself. And as you open your eyes, you feel that inside of you, you have collected an accumulated memory and knowledge of this 100 people that have died in here. And you're gonna carry them with you more and more. What are you getting from it exactly? You probably need to identify and spend some time in self-reflection into learning that. But you feel that the past experiences and knowledge of their maybe poor, maybe miserable life, but nonetheless precious, is going to be with you.
Okay. So the 99 was close to 100, meaning 100 would be a miracle, or?
Rafe, this like a greenish bullet of light that just hit the chest of Farwald for a second. It reminded you a bit. Okay.
Where's that?
There's some white noise.
Fine.
Okay.
It's fine, it's fine. I opened something and it's using some resources.
Yes. It reminds you of the firebirds which will be sent as messengers earlier, but just for a brief second. Then you don't see it anymore. It disappears. It's in the backpack. Yep.
What are you doing there?
Must be something big. Must be a video.
I think it's a fan noise. What do you need to do to heat up the fan?
I just need to. Oh, my PHP store.
You're on vacations.
Just wanted to check something for some comment
Need money?
that I need to do.
Need
Some
money?
work
The
ones.
description of the things.
No. It's on your changes. It's okay. I already checked. I already closed it again. Should be getting back to normal.
Yeah, you currently have just observed this whirlpool of unknown energy being consumed by Farvel, and your draw friend is looking
Didn't
very
see
suspiciously at what's happening around. Farvel, you can see that his right hand is actually with his short hand crossbow. In this kind of position was even pointed at you at some time. But as he sees you opening your eyes back, he is lowering the weapon.
Relax, friend, relax. Just in the name of Anacron, I'm collecting the otherwise lost knowledge of those souls and therefore make them and their lives immortal. All praise to Anacron. May no one be
Soul
forgotten.
collecting. Interesting.
No,
We
it's
saw
not the
that practice
souls.
before.
It's not the souls, it's the memories that makes them live on, become immortal, be part of the world again. For what are we if no one remembers us? Nothing. Memory is everything.
See, knowledge.
Did you remember anything?
I don't need some time. But actually, I mean, do I understand what happened to them? Or maybe how do we get out of here?
Yeah, they should know how to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Farvald, in your head, as you're trying to think about this, you have a rough idea about the closest point of exit from here and where would the tunnel from this room would lead. With this knowledge, you and the knowledge of the voices which are currently telling you that, you would think that it's about an hour and a half if you're using that path that you've just discovered.
Oh, nice. Any dangers to look out for? How did they die, actually? They don't know.
Nothing more.
Okay, I share my knowledge with the party. So yeah, actually, that's a huge shortcut. I mean, compared to half a day's walk, it's a huge shortcut. 1.5 hours comparison. All right, should we leave, or do you guys want to still investigate something around here?
No, leave.
Leave, okay.
You sure don't want to check if there are any treasures or interesting skeletons, or
Nobody wants to collect more fingers.
really?
All fingers for the taking, yeah?
Mm.
If
Who
we'll
knows,
need
maybe.
100 dead skeletons, we know where to find them.
Okay.
Just in case. They'll be here, I think.
Okay. Yeah, then I lead the way how to get out of there, since now I know.
Yes, the path that currently Farvald is taking, you notice that there would be several different positions. Sometimes the passing would even go lower and then upper as you're passing several arches, and all of them seems to be man-made. You're currently in the part of the Pit of Knowledge which has been under active exploration, as it looks like. But you all follow Farvald as he is venturing forward with a torch, and the drawer is slowly following you. This time he is not even climbing the walls or going by the ceiling, he's just going on foot, looking around. And approximately 2 hours later, as you're venturing through the pathing, continuing with the elevation. You see the
2
following
hours.
pictures. As you're finally starting to feel the breeze of fresh air, the further and further you're going, and as you're reaching the something that the tunnel you're following suddenly ends, and you find yourself on the fresh air, hearing the rumbling of leaves, hearing the voices of the forest. And this is the first time for a while as you look at the top of your head, like above you, and you don't see a ceiling. This is the sky, how it currently looks like. And as everybody ventures further, you notice that someone is missing in your ranks.
Oh no. Oh, the drow?
As you're looking back into the cave, into the pathing, you see that the drow, your friend, he is looking. He's walking. He's basically holding the walls with his hand, and he is carefully walking towards the end of the tunnel. And as he walks out, the first thing he does, he looks at the sky.
Yeah.
All of you can roll for insight.
11. Sure.
2021.
Okay, that's good enough.
6.
Rafe, you currently observe an individual which is going through a difficult time. Somebody who is just about to close one chapter of his life and start another one. He is very insecure in this moment, in spite of his previous bravery and skills. And yeah, this is how he looks and feels in your eyes.
We should give him some moral support.
Not burning like a vampire, no?
I was wondering that too.
It's
When he was
looks
doing
out
this.
and half of the head is gone.
As you can see, it's currently the evening and the sun just settled, just almost completely settled. So it's just about to start to have another night.
Are we in a pit of malice at all?
Good.
How would you know?
Oh, come on. Does the pit of malice has sky?
I mean, it does, but I mean, we're on the surface, but we would see if it's still part of the pit, right? By
As you're
looking
looking
around.
around, you find yourself. So there would be a hill, and the cave which you're passing through is just like a tiny cave passing inside. Around you, it's mostly forest, birch trees. Nothing reminds you of the pit of malice or the village of miners which you entered through. Even the earth elevation is no longer going towards the direction of the pit. Rafe, do you say something? Do you do?
No.
So
Others?
Yeah, I turn around towards the drow. I hold out my hand and say, "It's fine, friend. Anacron is with you. Embrace knowledge."
He's an elite draw warrior. He doesn't need any Anachron.
Yes,
He's a
that's why
killing
he's
machine.
frightened, touching the walls, and
He's
everyone needs support at some point.
never been outside.
Don't know. Give me a few seconds.
I don't know if it's safe to camp right now. Even I don't know if the draws go out.
Yeah, we should
mean,
just try to
sometimes.
leave.
What?
Sometimes
Oh,
they
what
come
you-
outside, right?
What were you saying? Farvel?
I said, friend, it's alright. This is a turning point in your life, but all your previous decisions have you led here. Don't be afraid. Anacron is with you. Embrace knowledge and new experiences. You'll be fine. You're with the party.
And as you are finishing saying these words, the draw is releasing his hands from the wall and making a few steps of faith into the outer world. You see how he walks in, he expects there will be something happening with him. He breathes it in abruptly. But as he is getting accustomed to the sounds and smells and views, you see how his breathing calms down. He opens his eyes and he looks at you all with the gratitude of somebody who has just acquired and changed his life. You were true to your word. I am already experiencing more than I ever thought. The surface will bring on me. Thank you.
Sure, you helped us. So, we helped you in return. Interesting fun fact about Anacron. In the Temple of Anacron, also the high priestess, they're also women. So that is maybe a familiar aspect.
If you want to follow that
It's
path,
a new
but who
life.
knows?
Why
I
would you
mean,
go back to the previous traditions?
I mean, someone can change, but someone can only change so much. So
Let's first find the camping spot. Or is it night now? We don't want to move in the night.
It is night, yes.
it is night.
probably we want to move, especially during the night, because the drow, in case they would follow us, will also move during the night. So we don't want to be an easy target. Plus, I actually think, like, for our drow friend, it's easy to move during the night. Or let's say maybe only possible to move during the night.
Maybe looking at the reaction of our new friend, maybe they just never go out really. Like,
I thought sometimes they do to enslave people, right?
Yes.
maybe they only do it for the miners, meaning go out from the deeps to the like top levels, but not go out in a forest.
I wouldn't count on it, because do you remember when we were like at the embassy in Denver? Those guys that investigated us, one of them or both of them were actually drow as well, right?
No.
No?
This was the first time we saw them, right?
Oh, okay.
We had
I
never
thought
seen
those.
them before.
They were elves.
They were elves.
Ah,
They're just
okay,
very
then do. Yeah.
multicultural, so they have many colors.
Okay.
So, You notice that the dwarf and the Gaki, she is rushing out from the tunnel. She runs to a nearby tree and she hugs it. With like just about to start dancing around it. And the dwarf, for the first time since your whole trip, is not trying to stop her. He is just looking at her with this gentle smile of somebody who cherishes this kind of behavior and just let it be.
Why are Genasi hugging a tree?
Yeah.
She's not like
fuel.
me.
Oh, finally something to burn, not stone.
Yeah, we're out! You're out! Can you believe that? Can you believe
Wow,
that?
yes, wow.
It's been some trip. Only taking a quick look. Turn back whenever there's any danger. We don't need healing potions.
yeah. Who needs restocking? We're just gonna take a look. But this time we do need. This time we don't have any. Like, we don't have anything. I don't even have rope anymore. But we also don't have money. Actually, we went down, and we didn't found anything.
So,
The same money we
would you
had
like to do a
before.
camp? Would you like to talk? Would you like to move?
We should first like maybe go with the horses somewhere, and there we can camp. But we shouldn't
the
stay
horses.
here.
Yeah.
The horses. Oh my god.
Yeah, we left them here, like nearby, and it's not the first time we do that. They're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, nearby.
Come on, come on.
Expensive soul-made horse. It's gonna be there.
We are not in a pit of malice, so we don't have any horses.
You have no idea where
Horses
you
are
are.
gone.
They intelligent. They will find us. That's how it always is. Have you
Yeah,
never
just-
played The Witcher? The horse
Yeah.
finds you.
No, I
Yeah,
mean, I
just
don't think that they're gonna find us.
Click
We're gonna have to
H.
find-
Yes.
No, we're gonna have to find the way where we came through.
Mm.
Just that, and then we're gonna find where we left actually the horses. So if
Yeah,
we try
actually,
to do that.
How to orient ourselves?
I mean, we know where the sunset is. So using advanced logic and science, we know where the what is west? Yeah, where the west is. So the other side would be east, and then we know where the north and south is.
Yeah, so you know that the Denver generally was locating like southwest of the Pit of Malice, and the Arenal was northeast from Pit of Malice.
Yeah. We all should
Dumbledore
also
was
see
to
the
the
statue,
east of the. From as you're looking around, currently you don't see any statues. You see only
We
trees.
don't see the huge monumental statue of Donovan.
I mean, it's not visible. That it's huge, it's monumental, but it's not. Doesn't mean that it's visible from all over the continent.
I mean, do we see any water?
No, only rumble of leaves.
It's interesting.
So, would you like to camp? Would you like to move?
Should we move and then set camp?
I can get us 2 horses. But there's like 5 of us. Can we fit on 2 horses? Should be doable.
6.
We're actually 6. Yeah.
Are we 6? Ah, our new friend. Right.
Yeah, friends. So, what are you planning to do now? What is your way?
Good
Finally,
question.
can breathe fully in my chest.
I think we were actually planning to head to Denver, weren't we?
On my
I mean,
horse.
what? Yeah, I mean, finding the horses would be great.
Yeah.
But then what? Like, I'm totally out of the picture. What did we actually want to do?
We were gonna visit someone,
Oh yeah.
maybe, or we were gonna go to the Mage University for some reason, for knowledge.
Or we just make a, I don't know, make a trip to Arenal. Maybe it's interesting. I have a feeling we're not so far, or maybe we're even in Arenal already. Who
Oh,
knows?
yeah, I and this fella, we live in the High Lakes, so that would be the place we would like to return in one piece, ideally. So maybe if we could get all the way to the tract, leading from Denver to Arenal, then we could part our ways. And if we do, you will always have us as friends in the High Lakes. In
You're
high
not gonna make
places.
business in a bit of malice. Excavation business, mining business, opening the company there, reopening the mines.
Like we killed everyone.
Except the thousands of skeletons. And the other drow. And the drow priestess.
I feel
and
like
the
I
worm.
had a nice
And the
vacation.
basilisk.
Nice vacation time in the mines. Maybe I'll be okay for some time. Maybe I can visit my relatives in Volon. But if you need any help, yeah, I'm really grateful. You seem to be quite handy fellows. If you need any help or support, you can always rely on me if you're visiting the High Lakes.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any temples of Irene in Arenal?
Probably not, right? I mean, drow and elves.
I don't know. I'm asking the dwarf. I would go there to see if exist. It's a tour around the temples. I have no idea.
Would you like to set up one?
That's the thing. If there's no one, then he would set up.
You have a drow to set up as a head priest.
I don't have money though, so yeah. Well, I don't think it's that easy to set up a new church in the capital of the city. But if there would be one, we would get a support for our draw friend. We can lead him there. Maybe there's a temple of Anagrand also. I don't know. Never been to. I don't know.
I think none of you were there before.
We wanted to research more about the war. Who fight who?
Yes.
Why? What was the result? Who was the Darko Draco guy? And how it all ended. And why is he called, why he was split up into pieces and put in the tombs.
So you can, Bob, you can do maybe tiny hut. And you can do
yes, tiny hut.
You can discuss that while camping. And we would be ending our active session today. Leaving only the conversation and future plans.
Yeah, I mean, what are our options now? We have Fire Genasi and the dwarf who want to go to Arenal. We have absolutely no business in Arenal, but we think it might be interesting. Maybe also for some research.
Maybe we can get to the local.
Yeah, so if you want to see on the stream, I would be moving the map slowly. I don't know, or if you're looking at the global map in some different places. So the Dunver is, let's say, in the middle. The Pit of Malice you have recently been into and just got out. It's to the north east. To the east of Pit of Malice there is a statue of Danudon. This is what Bob would know. And the High Lake would be to the northeast from Pit of Malice.
Oh, yeah.
What is the High Lake actually? I mean, is it just like a lake, or is it a city, or?
This is the name of the settlement there, yes. It's on the border, it basically built on the border of the Elvish and Human Kingdom, so it's a mixed population.
Are the tieflings friends with elves at all? Or are they just gonna be killed on spot?
How about Drow and elves? I don't think they like each other much.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But the elves don't... Well, elves are peaceful. They're not gonna attack us.
Attack whom?
The first draw they see in the daylight. Randomly. I mean, can you tell that this guy is a draw just by looking at him? Or you can just see that he's just a dark-skinned elf?
You can definitely see that he's a draw.
Okay, so he cannot hide.
Unless you try to disguise him.
Yeah.
Oh, someone knows how to do that. Right? Firewall.
You see how
No,
You
I'm
might
not
have some
proficient
tips.
in.
how Gaki takes
I'm not
out
that
the
proficient though.
instrument and starts playing the melody you're currently listening. As Bob casts the tiny hut, and for really a while you're able to enjoy the warmth of the fireplace and using the food and rations to fill in your stomachs without the need to caring of getting a poison arrow in your back anytime.
I mean, actually, it's nice. All of a sudden, we're like a big party. Like different attributes. We have something like I mean, sharpshooter, dwarf. We have like a bard. It's a nice mix.
So you suggest to... I mean, they said they want to leave to the High Lake. They're not gonna go with us anywhere else.
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, for now, we didn't give them a reason. But also, we thought about going to the High Lake ourselves, so might actually be not too bad.
Get with them till there.
Yeah, and maybe there we will find some information.
Is it
about
like a high
war.
tier boss location, you know, the High Lake? Or is it like a low level
Maybe
small?
there's a new tournament there that we can get money.
Yeah,
like a
actually, good
village.
point. We need money.
You also have money. Come on.
You can sell one draw swords for like 5,000, probably.
You should have like 2k Firewall.
No,
What do you do with the money then?
I don't know. Like, I certainly didn't spend it in the Pit of Malice, but I don't.
You should have all the money you had before, and it was at least like 1,000 something. 1,000.
Yes, 1,100 something.
Yeah, that is something. That's more than 0 from Bob.
And less than you have.
Currency minus.
But I feel like 1,000 is not like a lot. It's just. I mean, what can you buy for 1,000? 1/4 of a +1 silver dagger. That's what you can buy.
No, but I didn't mean like weapons, more like for potions, you know, like healing potions or ingredients if we want to do them ourselves.
Yeah, we still have the golden daggers.
Yes.
Yes.
Does any one of you have the armor which is not magical?
Yes.
I think I have a normal armor. Also.
Yeah. Mine is also non-magical.
As you are settling down for a rest, the dwarf, Fulcrum, he asks you, Farwell, to give him your armor just for a few moments.
Oh, pick mine.
Sure, of course. I trust him, so I'm getting all naked and giving him my armor, I suppose.
You're wearing something, yeah.
And I am going to do something with it, and you will see.
You're really wearing this like
Ah.
spiky armor all the time. This.
No, it is a
Right? Is
half
it
blade.
still?
It's half blade, yeah. It looks a bit more decent than the spiked armor before.
Ah, it was this new one. Right.
Hmm.
We still have our Radius friend with us.
You mean the
Yeah,
the
right.
shield?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Farwell.
Mm-hmm.
So you notice how the dwarf is taking several instruments in his hand, and as he is starting to carefully inscribe something on it, you see that his hands are very comfortable and skillful into whatever he is doing right now. And after a few moments, you notice that he actually makes a very nice emblem on one of the pauldrons of the armor. And even without having the Arcana check, you feel that there is certain magical influence in this armor.
Wow. Very nice. That's handy.
The only question is, so please refresh your character sheet and look at the armor you're currently wearing.
Wow, okay, there's been some text added.
Yes.
I can actually read the buff. There, okay.
So are you able to attune? Do you have an attunement slot?
Actually, not really. I mean, yes, I can attune to it because my Sword of Levices is useless by now. There are no charges, so I can de-attune from that. Yep. So yes, I have a spot left. But I can actually not choose it under attunement. It's not listed.
Yeah, just keep that slot open. I'm gonna make a custom item later. But the dwarf is telling you like what is he currently doing and what kind of effects are there. I'm gonna post it in the channel so that everybody sees.
Wow, actually it's super handy. Did you post it?
Yep.
Okay.
And then he looks at the rest of the party, and he. So Bob and Rave, he asks that he is able to make one of your magical focuses better. So what you're currently using to cast your spell, whether it's a staff or a rod or something else, he can improve it for you. Just a question for whom.
Of course, Rafe wants it for her.
Yeah, but
Do you
on
have?
some instrument.
Maybe you have
No.
stuff.
No, so every single sorcerer, wizard, or something, they have an object which they use as a magical focus. So
Do I?
I think even sorcerer need to have something.
I don't
But
think
it can
so.
be any object.
You mean the spell focus?
So Rafe, do you have currently a staff or something that you're holding in your
The
hand?
staff of magic missiles. Kind of. That's the only one that I use.
But
But
what
I'm
about
not-
the one from Brask? Or the one that
Right.
gives like this area AoE damage?
You mean
It was for
something
flying.
I've never used? The Horn of Blessing?
Yes, that one. Seems like a powerful focus.
So it needs to be a rod, staff, or wand. And you also will need to attune to it. So he offers you to make it +1. Bob, Rafe, are you interested?
Well,
I have a staff, but what does the +1 would give me? Just +1 to attack?
+1 bonus to spell attack rolls. In addition, the creature ignores half cover when making a spell attack.
I think I use my staff of magic missiles more than you use your staff.
Yeah, I have AoE damage stuff. I'm not gonna get any bonuses from
Yeah, so
this +1. I actually don't have any spells at all except Firebolt cantrip. Yeah. It's the only.
Can't you use it on the mask though? Maybe?
Well, he's not.
into the
part of the
description, no.
Hmm.
Only a wand, a staff, or something else. Yeah, so
An armor that is not magic.
let's use it on my staff, no?
Staff of magic missiles, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's plus
bonus to
2.
hit. +1.
Magic missiles. I was
And
looking
I'm
at
going
stuff.
to add in a note.
You can give it to me if you're not gonna use it afterwards.
I always use it.
So Rave, I just added as a note.
Mhm.
+1 bonus to spell attack rolls. You ignore the half cover when making a spell attack. So what is half cover is when somebody is just ducking behind a pile of sand, for example.
But +1 bonus to all spell attacks rolls? That's pretty good. I mean, I thought it was just +1 for the staff itself. But if
I
it
think it's only
applies
for
to
this.
all the spells. No,
It's
no,
only
all
for
the
the staff
spells.
itself. No, because I'm not doing the spells with the staff.
No,
But it
you
says-
No,
reduce
it's
your
for
spell attack.
it's for all spell.
That means all your spells hit better every firebolt.
Well, I'm gonna start using the spell. My spells using the staff symbolically.
Mhm.
Yes, I'm
Yeah, you have
currently
this necrotic damage one. That should
modifying
be exact-
minion lead for you,
Okay.
Carolina, so it should be.
the blight. The blight spell is actually the attack one. You picked
Yes.
the blight, and that would exactly fit.
I have a few.
And the rays of fire, or whatever.
The wall?
The blight is.
The three
Is
rays.
the
yeah,
blight
Scorching
you
rays.
cannot miss with the blight.
You
The
cannot miss
blight,
with the blight.
no. The blight is a saving throw. It's not a ranged attack.
Then this fire rays. Yeah, then they would.
So scorching, yeah, you got +1. I just modified it for you. So
Scorching.
you notice how he makes a small infusion of magic into this, and he tells you that this is the maximum he can do at this moment while he's in the place, and the
Thank you.
infusion is gonna last until at least for 7 days, and until
Can-
maybe some
like
other
2 years.
client would. I mean, he says this is unfortunately with my level of mastery, I'm not able to keep it for longer, but yeah, maybe we could work out. Or if you're stepping by my place, I could do those for you for free.
But this
Well,
also
I'm-
counts for the armor. Armor is also time limited.
Yes, both.
Oh.
Oh. Now we have to go back down and fight those drows.
Yeah, actually yes. Actually yes.
Use the extra things we got.
Yeah,
But I mean, honestly, like this armor is pretty good, but not so much on me. I'm not sure if you read it, but
no, don't you have like a super low strength, and it's exactly for you because you.
I mean,
saving throws.
so when I have a strength saving throw, then I can expend 1 charge to add bonus to my roll equal to my intelligence modifier. Guess how high my intelligence modifier is?
+1.
0.
Ah,
So
look at that armor.
it has no effect. So I can use it for its second ability, which would be if I'm to be knocked prone, then I can use my reaction to avoid being knocked prone, but we never had that. No one ever got knocked prone, I think.
No, that's not.
Okay, someone's gonna get knocked prone soon. This item needs to make some sense.
Let's see.
Maybe we can sell it while it's under effect of magic. So if someone will look at it, it will look like it's a
I'm
magic.
like a scum.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is basically a very good idea, just not for me. I mean, it's a nice enhancement.
It's fine. I didn't get anything.
I
Me
mean, you
neither,
already
so.
enhanced yourself.
But I mean, actually, if I gave that armor to you, Bob,
I can.
on you it would be OP.
It's a half plate. I can only wear light armor.
Okay, but I mean, what's your intelligence modifier? It's probably like 3 to 5.
+5.
5. See, wow, you would get +5 for every strength roll which you would choose. That would be a lot. But yeah, I appreciate the gesture.
Sure.
It's
Just
magic.
practicing my craft.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Rave can create health potions out of the natural ingredients she finds in the forest. Like 20 of them.
I could try.
No?
But then we need to say like 6 hours doing them. Between all of
Zip.
us.
If we go out, then yeah, we're not gonna see the drows again anytime soon, unless we super intentionally go back to purify
No.
it again.
No, we're not. We're not.
Now why not? There's a lot of drows, elite
No,
drows.
but I feel we were really lucky to be able to escape from that
You don't want to
queen or
murder this
whatever.
priestess. She's gonna abuse this safe spot.
Whatever.
We're gonna make a base there. It's no one's will be able to get in, but okay. It's abandoned anyway.
Yeah, that's okay. We didn't find anything of interest at the end.
True.
I mean, it was interesting.
We found out
Definitely.
the name of the electrolyzer. That we
Yeah.
found out.
Yeah, that's something, and that's something where we can start researching, probably in the Elflands or at the Mage University. I think Mage University you should know all kinds of things. And if not, we can just always go to Temple of Anacreon. There's also lots of knowledge.
There's also people to kill there.
Excuse me? You want to kill
But we
people in the
killed
Temple of
someone.
Anacreon?
No, the ship guy from the ship. And his girlfriend.
What ship guy?
The Valier.
Ah. Right, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe he built a new ship that we need to sink.
Just passing by, see Chevalier build a new ship we can sink. Yep. Or
Yeah.
dragon we can steal.
So, the
Dragon was
party.
luck.
What would the party would like to do next?
We're
I
gonna
mean-
go to this lake place, right? With the guys first. No?
Yeah, because you wanted to lay low for some time, right?
Maybe there's a tournament there where we can. No? Who knows? Every little town has a tournament. Maybe this one we wouldn't miss. We're
Maybe
just
there's
there
a
in
lottery
time.
and we can buy like a lottery tickets.
Yeah,
And, like,
anything that
we'll win.
might give money. Yeah.
But actually, a
Drop
tournament might be nice, might be interesting. If there's something like that. Or maybe they
We're
have a
gonna-
library.
We already fight elite troll warriors. What else can be better than that? Like we fight against Duvalier, which is like a top level, almost prince kind of a pirates person, and then elite draw warriors.
Who
Not
have
gonna find
plus
any.
8 on dexterity throws. But
He was
I'm
trying.
sure we can find some, I don't know, drunk guy trained in fist fights that has like plus 10 on every fist fight roll or so. We can definitely find something like this.
Ignores armor and stance on each attack. Yes.
Yeah.
Rocky Balboa.
Okay, then let's go to High Lake. Never been to this region yet.
Yeah, might be interesting.
Alright.
Okay, so you would like to escort the Gaki and Olkran to the High Lakes.
Yeah, but we want to get our horses. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
You
We
could
don't
send a
even
firebird
see-
to the horse and it would find the horse.
And so, do you think that the horse is gonna be able to read the letter?
No, of course not, but we're gonna be able to follow the firebird and find the horse.
Okay.
Do you remember the last time you tried to chase the Firebird?
Did we
That
ever
was
try?
difficult.
And you were on the horses already.
Oh.
Yes.
Right, we had the horses. Okay, I see the flaw here.
I can make a horses, but for an hour.
Oh, but I needed the horse. I need my horse.
It's dead.
No,
It
it's
was
not.
a
I mean, I
small
beast.
just want to make sure that it's there or dead. But I know where it should be.
I want to make sure.
So Firebird leads us to the belly of some
I
beer.
wouldn't leave a companion behind. Only if he's dead. So, but I need to see it.
I have seen this somewhere before.
Well, I couldn't. Oh, come on, no, let's not go there.
I'm
yet.
not gonna leave my companions unless they're dead.
Mm. I mean, you
Farwolf,
left
Yeah.
Farwolf.
Yeah.
That much is true.
That's why I didn't want to go there. You know?
I mean, if we can find a way, I don't know how do we find a way to Pit of Malice, and it will take weeks probably to go back.
No, it won't take
God.
weeks.
Don't
It's
you
just a few,
remember
like,
how much
maybe-
time it took? Venice to Denver, it took like 3 days or 4 days. And we were on the road, on the horses. Now we don't have horses and there's no road.
Exactly. That's why we are gonna get the horse and then we're gonna go to the lake.
Bob, how often can you cast the horses?
Every hour. Wait. It only works for an hour. I can cast it as much as we need. So when
Isn't it a
we
spell?
can ride for an hour, then we have 10-minute break. Ride for an hour, 10 minutes. Why can I make 2 or 3 maximum?
3 would be just enough, then 2 people can go on 1 horse.
Why is everyone giving out on our old horses?
No, we're not giving up. We're using the new horses to find the old horses.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't. I also don't want to leave my horse behind. It's a special horse, really good
Yeah.
horse.
I mean, it's not the first time that we leave our horses somewhere before some adventures, and then we're
Okay,
back, and
next
they're always there.
adventure, rescuing the horses.
That's the first
So-
part of our next adventure, yeah. And then
So
we
maybe
can just go.
first we try to find like people that we can ask where we actually are, or a road, or a village.
Dude,
in
where
best
are my
case.
horses? Huh? Where are my horses, dude? Yes?
No, but there will be like some connection point to civilization that we can actually understand where we are. And then we also know where to look for our horses.
No one is proficient in nature or anything like that. So we will be walking in circles for weeks.
Yeah, I mean
Sounds
we're
like the
bad at
place-
we're bad in nature, animal handling, and survival. So perfect conditions to survive in the woods, to not lose our way, and to actually find the horses. Oh
Oh,
god.
we should be able to find this temple, and then we know how to get from there to the starting point.
Temple?
Oh,
We don't know
oh,
where we are. If I
first-
look at the map, I don't know where we are. Like, we are somewhere around Pit of Malice. So this
Yeah, but
area.
walking a little bit, like max 1 kilometer, we should be able to get there. It's not that we were walking all the time like this inside. We were just going deeper up.
But for how long have we been on the like down under, like underground?
Yeah, the
I
drafts were
don't know.
carrying us for a day in unknown directions.
But we don't know if it was a day. It felt like many hours, but we
Yeah, you
never
have no
knew.
idea how much time exactly passed because you don't know how to orient yourself in dark places.
Read
You
a
are also
newspaper.
unconscious. You are also captured. So.
So we could be
Okay.
anywhere. Like, we could be near the Venice, we could be near Olympus Fortress. We could be anywhere. Because apparently all of those places are not huge and you cannot see them.
But we're in a forest.
Well, everywhere is a forest.
I mean, what would make sense would be close to Olympus Fortress, but not near the Danudan statue.
There's also
I-
a Mount of Iron Grip. That is the only mountain that I see that is active. Maybe we are
Oh,
Probably
right.
down.
Oh no, is it
But
far?
where we are right now, are there any mountains around?
I mean, we just came out of the active volcano, no?
I mean, Well, I mean, it was just yeah, just active, but doesn't mean there's an actual volcano. Doesn't mean there was an actual eruption. It can just be active, but never really broke out.
Yeah, well, somehow we will figure out where we are, and then we can make a journey to Bit of Malice back.
I mean, if we're
Okay.
that far, then they're gonna have to die and we're gonna have to get new forces and horses.
We'll have to die.
I mean, if we're so far away, there's no way we're gonna get there on time.
I mean, they're not gonna die. They're in the forest. They can eat like greenery.
It's not that we really let them like free. We always like.
They starved because we bound them.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. They're smart. My horse is smart. It was expensive.
Yeah, our
Should
horses were
survive.
really expensive. That's why we should not lose them.
But your horses were not expensive at all, right?
They were given to us, but they would have been probably expensive.
150 gold, yeah, like 1 health potion.
I mean, we don't know. We didn't buy them.
We know that's what the price was, like 100 gold for a horse, or even less.
They were given to us.
100 gold?
Yeah. Or
My
even less.
goodness. I think I paid about 20 times more.
Did you have too many
Why?
times more?
It's a horse.
I had.
Oh my god. 20 times.
2,000.
More or less, if I'm not mistaken, maybe it was 10 times. Yeah. I mean, I traded the gem.
You can go back, find this guy, kill him, and get your gem back.
Too far.
Too far? I mean, he's
No, no, it wasn't Valonde.
It was
actually.
Valonde.
We can do that once we're on our way back to Quirinal or so. Yeah. Once we actually decide to check out if the druids are still alive or not. If they died while we had our fun trip in Bit of Malice.
Saving the horses. The priority.
Oh, guys.
Also, the shark is probably dead by now.
You need to.
Yeah.
Ah,
He was poisoned. It was a polo quest.
He was going crazy, yeah, I know.
oh, please
There's another
tell me
Pit of Malice there, actually.
what would you like to do? Because I'm not sure if this horses thing is just a joke or for real.
No, it's for
I mean,
real.
So I think first of all we should try to find some orientation, which means we might be looking for roads or a village or just people who pass by and can give us like approximate idea of where we are. Once we know that, we'll most likely go look for our horses. Unless we're like far off, and if we're far off, then we can just go to Denver. I'll still keep looking for our horses. I just don't want to believe they're dead.
We can't be that far.
Magical horses are the solution, guys.
We cannot do them, and you make things appear when you want, so it's not that we can control that. No.
Well put. Well put.
But you don't need to feed them, and they're super fast. They have max speed. They are better than Farwald's expensive horses. They're like the best possible horses.
They won't
But
work
they need a
anymore.
road.
Except one thing, they don't have a soul. They are no friends.
They are
My horse is
magical
family.
horses from another world, so they do have soul.
No.
They're just being summoned. Anyway, let's then go find horses. Fine.
Yeah.
And after
Didn't
that,
expect
we
to get retrained.
I know. And actually, I mean, if it takes, I mean, probably we wanted to go to the High Lake. So
After
orientation, horses, High Lake. I think that's fun.
Okay, and what's in the highlight? Something. You will see it.
Exactly. Maybe
Local
library,
tournament against
local.
some Rocky Balboa
Mm,
and his band.
yes.
So we can earn either money or just gather information about war.
And we are taking Dra everywhere with us, right?
Yeah, for
Poor
now.
guy.
I mean, we
I
don't know
mean,
what.
he'll see the worst of the world because he's gonna see the elves who hate him for being dark.
Literally taken out the Dra from underground and brought him to elves.
Yeah, it's actually one of the worst ideas.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
We
Okay,
should
then
be
let's
ready to protect
I'll
him.
be stopping the stream now. And whoever
We're
is
still
watching,
going on.
yeah, whoever is still watching, probably just us, or whoever is watching it in the future, thank you. Let's save some horses next time.